ticket. You have to make the money to buy a ticket.
You have to make the money to buy a ticket!
Amateur.
Yeah, this new way of doing it. It's a little bit backwards, but yeah, we got it. We're here.
What's going on, guys?
Long time in the making here to get Sacha on.
Yeah, man. Welcome aboard, man. Glad you can make it.
Thanks for having me. Hi.
Yeah, it's gonna be if anybody doesn't know Sacha's channel, he makes inserts. We call them inserts, sleeves, and custom slipcovers for Blu-rays, 4K, stuff like that. Just for fun. It's just a hobby over there, but they come out great. And of course, you know, every time that Sacha gets mentioned on the stream or something, next thing you know, Alan's on his channel, seeing what the new stuff is, asking questions about it. So
Yeah,
So I've got a video coming soon. Sacha's is gonna be sending me a lot of cool stuff. I'm gonna be showing off in a video here probably in a couple weeks or so. So
I would think
looking forward to
probably less than that, hopefully.
that. Okay. Well, as soon as it comes in, I'm gonna be doing a video. So
the second it might hit the porch, and Alan might take a half day that day to go home. And put
you
that
never know.
together.
You never know.
Yeah, but
Who's driving the chat here, Brad? Me or you?
I got it. I'll
Do your thing.
Let's
I'll kick back and relax.
Oh, really? Let's see who's in the chat here. Ragnar, what's going on, man?
What's up, Ragnar?
Corey, what's up, man?
Corey, how you doing, buddy?
Sydney Eubanks, what's going on? Good to see you,
man?
man. Vibes. That's
Adam,
little
what's going on, son? My youngest boy,
Tater Jr. here.
Tater Jr.
That's one of Alan's sons.
That's my little horror freak.
Ragnar, at the beginning was cool. That music made me want to bang my head against the wall. Well, we're multi-streaming tonight, and Alan was worried about copywriting, so I wanted to use something a little more non-copyright. But
Yeah, I'm not necessarily worried about copyright so much, but I don't want to go full balls out and get Metallica while we're watching Jaws in the background with all the sound. I mean, I'm trying to be somewhat legit.
well, played the intro twice now. Still have a channel.
Yeah.
We'll
I'm
see
not
what
gonna lie, I'm
happens.
surprised.
See what happens on the third time. Yeah. Yeah. Ken, what's up, man?
What's going on, Ken?
All right, let's get right into it. And let's see what Sasha's been watching here.
Oh,
See what
okay.
the first one is.
Should we do
So
this in order that they were watched in?
Well, whatever way you want to do it. I kind of put them in order worst to first, but it doesn't matter. Whatever way you want to do it.
Well, the last one I saw was a Japanese film from 1959 called Good Morning. This is the last film I watched. I enjoyed it a lot. I'm familiar with the director, Ozu. His films are very understated and minimalist. He doesn't even have camera movements. The camera's always static. Literally, not one camera movement, always static. A very minimal approach to filmmaking. Character-based. This one's very character-based, more modern than his other films. This is kind of, well, 1959 might not be modern, but it was in color. I was surprised to see it in color. Just a film about a family, two brothers and their parents, very strict parents, and their children were sort of rebelling in the way that children do. A lot of humor in it. Some humor revolved around flatulence. I didn't get that at first. It took me a while to wonder what that was, but very tame and low key. Everything about this film is low key and sort of less is more, I suppose. I enjoyed it a lot.
Understated.
It was funny too. I find it rare these days to watch a film that's actually funny, and this comedy made me laugh.
It's like the Nutty Professor of its day. Sounds like, with all the flatulence.
In an artistic way, yes.
Alan's ears perked up the minute you said flatulence.
It starts in the opening. There's in the opening scene. Yeah. So if you want to see an artistic film with flatulence, this is maybe the one for you.
Is it anime?
No, it's a live action. That's just a drawing on the cover, but it's not an anime. It's live action.
Okay.
But he's known for his very deep and meaningful films. This one's more lighthearted.
Now, I might have to ask: is that your cover, or is that altered at all?
This is a Criterion. No, I haven't changed Criterions. This one I didn't do. No.
Okay.
This little boy, he was the star.
You're probably going to see that more and more every time Sacha pulls something up. It's like, is that a custom?
I'm going to be examining it while he's talking to see if it looks different at all.
No, this is what you'll see in the retail.
But a lot of times you won't know the difference. Like the
Criterion
Criterion you just did,
custom Criterion ones. That's not one of them.
Yeah, the Criterion you just did for Armageddon. If you didn't know better, it looks exactly like a Criterion release. I mean, it's came out perfect.
I do my best. Thank you. That's what I try to make it look genuine.
It's beyond your best. Like, I just imagine the hours that you're putting into this. This is
yeah, dude. He's putting some serious time into it.
Yeah.
We have had many conversations back and forth about details, and we're talking details, which I appreciate.
Yeah.
There is one thing on there which I didn't change, but I doubt you'll even notice. It's so subtle.
So
yeah, I'm just gonna look at it and go, cool. It looks awesome.
I didn't quite understand. What is that movie about that you held up there? What is it? You said it's about two brothers.
It's just about a family in. It was made in 1959. I can't remember. Yeah, when the film was set, what year it takes place in, what era. But it's just about a family who live by the beach, and it's a small story. Not a massive plot, not a multi-layered plot. It's just a film about people. It's about as simple as you can get.
Yeah. And there's no arc or anything like that. Just it's kind of a day in the life or whatever.
Basically, yeah.
All right. Let's see what Alan's fifth one is.
All right. I have 4 of my 5 releases in my end. This one I'm going to talk about now. I watched on Tubi on streaming, and and I do have the physical copy coming. It was supposed to be here today, but didn't show up. So it'll probably be here, probably 5 minutes after we get done with the stream, it'll be here. But it's a movie it's called Even Lambs Have Teeth. It's the name of the movie from 2015. It is a rape revenge story, so not as sweet of a story as Sacha's. It's actually probably the polar opposite. There's no stars in this. It's kind of a low budget film, but it is very entertaining. The story is pretty anemic. You've seen it before. You got these two girls that are wanting to go to this kind of like a hippie commune or whatever, it's basically like they're going to some kind of campsite that they're going to work at for a month. It's close to New York City. They're going to work for a month to raise money so they can go shopping in New York City for one weekend. That's their plot. Two teenage girls, typical teenage American girls. They go to this small town. Their uncle drops them off. Their uncle is a cop, and so he's being very overprotective. Whatever. He leaves them at the bus station. The bus is going to arrive in like an hour. They run into two guys there at this little small town. Two guys talk, kind of like hit them up a little bit, talking to say, "Don't wait for the bus. We can drive you. We're going that way anyway. We can drive you to the commune, or whatever you want to call it." So, of course, these two guys turn out not to be on the up and up. They end up, attacking the girls, knocking them out, and then they end up in these like sheds in the middle of the woods, chained up. And then you can imagine what happens after that. They bring their buddies in to take turns. A bunch of backwoods hillbillies. There you go. It goes downhill from there. And then it pretty much is boring until you get to the revenge part. When you get to the revenge part and the girls end up getting them back, I'm not going to go into detail of everything they do. There's some pretty cool scenes, pretty cool kills, a lot of gore. Like I said, it was very enjoyable one-time watch for me. I may watch it again. I did. It wasn't good enough for me to order the physical copy of it, so I guess I will watch it again. But like I said, if you're into the rape revenge stuff, I would say it's middle of the road. It's definitely worth a one-time watch for sure. No stars in it. Like I said, it was entertaining throughout. But like I said, I've seen it done better. I've seen it done many times better. But it's definitely worth a watch. So Even Lambs Have Teeth, and there is some pretty funny parts in it. Some comedy parts as well. So
you writing this down, Sacha? This sounds right up your alley.
Probably not one that he would enjoy. Brad, you like I said, I think it would be a one-time watch for you.
Yeah, but I'm willing to check out anything.
Yeah,
clearly. 2023 Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey.
Yep, I just got that
directed by Who Gives a Fuck, written by Who Gives a Fuck. This is interesting. I believe it's shot. I'm scrolling the IMDb here. I'm pretty sure it's shot in the UK. Filming locations: Ashdown Forest, Sussex, England.
Yeah.
So it's a British
production with a UK crew. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a UK story, I believe. I'm not familiar with the actual cartoon. I never watched it, but it has a little synopsis here. It says, after Christopher Robin abandons them for college, Pooh and Piglet embark on a bloody rampage as they search for a new source of food. They cannibalize Eeyore, and they're furious at Christopher Robin for leaving them, and they become mutated cannibals. And that description makes it sound like it's anything worth watching. They were going for like a Tim Burton kind of thing a little bit. The masks were okay, but the CGI may be the worst CGI I've ever seen in my life. Good marketing, I guess I could say that about it. This is a Scream Factory Steelbook, a Walmart exclusive. But yeah, I don't have a lot of positive things to say about it. It's a good looking steelbook, but yeah, I think you could have fun with it. It is entertaining enough, I guess, but I wouldn't pay I can't suggest anybody pay any kind of money for it. But it's exactly what it sounds like. These two, the pig character and the bear character, just kind of, rampage and eat people. And, like somehow the bear has got like jars of honey everywhere, and the honey seems to like energize him, like Popeye and the spinach. There is some. Like I said, it's a good try. I don't think they had the money to do it, and why would they? Who would give them the money to make it?
Could somebody go into that and be completely misled, thinking they're going to see Winnie the Pooh and it's going to be all innocent? And
I don't think so.
Get a bad surprise.
Yeah, I don't think so. But there, like there's interesting things with it, and I think if they had more money and it was like a Blumhouse, maybe it could have been a lot better if it took more of a Hatchet like approach, that kind of thing. No, self-aware, know what it is. Like, whoa, the bear character has like a horde of bees that do his bidding, almost like a Candyman type thing. It was, like I said, good try. That's about all I could say about it. I mean, uh, out of 5, I'd say, I don't know, 1.5 at best. I could see people having fun with it, but it's not anything I could recommend. But yeah, that's the first one I watched.
Yeah, I don't think I rate the first one. Even Lambs Have Teeth, I'd probably give. I don't remember what I put on Letterboxd. So I guess I can look and see. I want to say I gave it a 2 out of 5.
What about you, Sasha? What did you give yours?
Uh,
Yeah, 2 out of 5.
maybe 4 out of 5.
Yeah.
And one thing I forgot to say is it's got the longest in movie history. There's 23 minutes and 52 seconds before the intro, the title card shown. So it's the longest title card entry in movie history. If you give a shit, that's the only note I can give you about this movie. It's pretty thin. So
yeah.
You mean the credits last that long, or they
no, the opening title card, you see no credits for 23 minutes and 52 seconds. Then you see the title card, and it goes from there. So you kind of forget about it. You didn't see credits, and all of a sudden, when the title card comes up, it's kind of jarring because it's like, oh shit. So it comes up kind of Quentin Tarantino-ish, big fancy logo.
I wonder if Apocalypse Now could beat that, because there are no credits until the end credits.
Yeah,
the credits are at the end of the film. I don't know.
I think there is a few films where that does happen, where it's like at the end it says Evil Dead or something like that. At the very end, and there's
the way it does it in this is you got the girls, their whole arc, whatever, of how they're getting to where they're going. You kind of get to know about them, and as soon as they get pretty much knocked out, you get that real jarring scene, and then boom, the title card comes up. And you got 23 minutes in. So
catch up with the chat and we'll move on. Crusher, what's going on, man?
What's up, man?
Ken asking Alan what's the update on the Jaws film vault? Oh,
yeah, I still have not found a replacement yet. I think probably what I'm going to do for the time being, this was actually Brad's idea, is I'm probably going to get my 2001 one that I care lesser about, if that makes any sense. And I'm going to replace the inner sleeve of that with my Jaws. So Jaws is in pristine shape, and then it'll be easier to replace the 2001.
Yeah,
that's probably what I'll do.
Or we'll talk about that later. I got some ideas.
We're not sure how up and up they are, so we'll talk about it off there. We're all about appearance here.
Ragnar, no, we're on the Joe Spinell doll. Oh, what's up, Severn? Yeah, I forgot all about that.
I keep forgetting every time I forget it until somebody mentions it again.
Yeah. Very excited to get that in. Obviously. Anthony, what's going on, man?
What's up, buddy?
Rob Romano, what's up? What's up, everybody? Yeah, what's going on, man?
What's up, Rob?
For anybody in the chat wondering, Sacha is back on YouTube. He lost his old channel. He's got a new channel, same name. You'll be able to find him.
Same name, same directive, I suppose.
Yeah, but I'll link it. I'll end up linking it below after the stream.
I think you should make me go out there and type in the name so they can see what comes up first.
Yeah. Yeah. Everybody's saying what's up. Hall Notes, what's going on, man?
What's going on, Hall?
He's going around here. Rob showing up in both chats. That's cool, man.
Appreciate it, man.
Magic Hands, dude. What's up?
What's going on, bud?
Let's get past some of these haze here. Vibes. I've seen you from Dusk Till Dawn custom slip, Sasha. Truly impressive. Yeah.
Yeah, that's my son. I sent him some pictures of what you sent me.
Yeah, there's a lot of great ones. I think they all have even movies like I'm not a Teen Wolf guy, but he just did a Teen Wolf slipcover with the beer can biting into the can. That's just a great image to use.
Yeah.
Trini, what's up, man?
What's up, Trini?
Rackner says rape revenged out. Yeah.
Well, I got another one after this one, so sorry.
Alan was on the kick. Rob saying,
I
can't
don't
do
think
the
I've
rape
even
stuff.
I've seen Straw Dogs. That's it for me.
Yeah, Straw Dogs is like that's pretty lame. That's pretty tame and lame. That Dustin Hoffman character, God, I hate that character.
Well, in its day, I mean, that film was banned.
Yeah. Well, it's the UK. Every film was banned. You know, you know what I mean? Like, what wasn't
Right.
banned over there?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of anything that was banned here.
Yeah.
Crickets.
Right.
Yeah, there's not much.
I don't think if there is, I can't think of it. If there is one. Somebody in the chat, is there a film that's banned in the U.S.?
I would think there has to be. I mean,
You would think, but
at some point in time,
But there's always someplace you can go and watch some really dirty, nasty shit. So I don't think so. I think you just have to, they just put warnings on there and make it where you got to be 18 plus or whatever.
Yeah, the rating system, the way it's set up, is that 17 and below, obviously 13 and below, and so on. And then when you get above 17, it's NC-17, and then there's X that's over 21, I believe. I'm not exactly sure on that, but I don't think I ever really paid attention to it.
No.
Trini's a big fan of Winnie the Pooh. You're saying, hey. Cindy's in my 5. Watched a Dry White Season, 1989. Donald Sutherland, Susan Sarandon, directed by Uzun Palsi. Opening your eyes to the truth. I don't know what that is. Is it some kind of conspiracy movie? A thriller? Dry White Season.
sounds like a type of wine.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that one. Hagen, what's going on, man?
What's up, Hagen?
Ragnar, everybody and their brother shows the same releases. Doesn't anybody find anything original? I don't know. I don't know that. I see. The thing is, I don't know that a lot of these channels actually watch movies. A lot of these guys that even do reviews don't watch the movie. So that's the real weird part of it. When I say these guys, a lot of these guys that you people watch don't actually watch the movies, and they may pop it in for a few seconds, check out the scenes and the scan, and then put it back on the shelf and do a review on it. I can assure
I just
you
thought about a shitty movie called Even Lambs Have Teeth.
Yeah,
I've heard nobody mention that movie.
Well, that's the thing about it. It's like, a lot of these guys, they'll talk about them. They'll talk about movies, and it's like they're all winners. Oh, I picked up another great one. This and that. It's like, really? Oh, you're batting 1,000 this year. How did that happen? Did you watch anything new? Or you just aren't talking about the ones that didn't work out, or maybe you're just not watching shit. Either parroting what they saw online. Rob says, just think it's a nasty subject and not entertaining. Well, Rape Revenge is some of the best movies ever. Rape Revenge, but it's some people can't handle it. Vibes is saying, Rob, you could say you spit on I spit on your grave. Rape Revenge, yeah, that's definitely it. Or you spit on the grave of Rape Revenge movies, yeah, probably. Some movies I have no interest in, like Winnie the Pooh. Yeah, not Like I said, I kind of have to see it for myself anyway. Vibes, I think Cabin in the Woods might do that as well. With the runtime at the end, the title card being at the end. Wild Runner, what's going on, man? Movie Hunter, what's up, man?
Going on, Movie Hunter.
Wild Runner said I watched 1 through 7 Saw films. I've not seen Spiral or Saw X. Yeah, well, a lot of that's happening this time of year. Hagen, Brad, I saw your Scream Factory haul. I'm excited to get mine in a few days. Oh, so you ordered from the Shocktober sale. That's cool, man. I'll check that out on your channel. Vibes, I'm not sure if any movies has been banned in the U.S. One thing is for sure, 80 for Brady should be. I never saw 80 for Brady.
Yeah, that's the fucking movie about fucking Tom Brady and when they beat the Atlanta Falcons in the Super Bowl. So it's not very popular in our household.
Sydney, Brad, it's a drama thriller, very good movie. Oh, cool, man. I'll check it out. Ragnar, Cannibal Holocaust was banned in 36 countries, and the United States was not one of them. There you go. That's a movie I guarantee you Sasha's never seen.
Yeah, I've been recommended to watch that, and they said if you can take it for a film and just the music's great, and there's other things, but certain things I just can't get past.
There is a cut that is most releases come with an animal cruelty free cut that cut out the scenes. But I don't see, the thing is, animal cruelty is a funny thing because these animals were these were not wild game animals. These were feed animals. They were local tribes that were going to kill and eat these animals anyway, and they did it on camera for effect. So is that animal cruelty? Does it need to be in the movie? I don't know. But there is a cut that takes those scenes out on most releases. But it's a rough movie even without the animal cruelty.
Yeah,
so people are being raped and eaten and all kinds of things happening in that.
Well, people don't complain about that.
Nobody complains about that. But that little pig, they shouldn't have killed that pig and ate it. Ragnar,
their sausage biscuit.
Yeah, they're eating the sausage biscuit. Ragnar, Cannibal Holocaust. Okay, yeah, that's right. We're saying what's up. Wild Rainbow, this is Sacha. His channel, I believe, is just called Sexy Monkey. You put in slipcover Sexy Monkey, you'll probably be able to get it, but I'll have it linked below.
Yeah. What's my picture? It's a dove of peace. So look for the dove of peace.
There you go. You'll find it. Culture Trini, Brad, what do you mean by you people? I mean you people, black people. I don't even know what you were talking about. I don't know what I was talking about.
You said you people watch certain YouTubers.
Yeah. I mean the community. There you go, Trini.
Trini was the first one to laugh at, I'm sure.
Trini did it, and I did a stream the other day on Jace's channel, and we were talking about like YouTubers that we don't really like, or something like that. It kind of came up, and Trini named 3 people, and I named a couple people, and I said, Trini, now the 3 people you mentioned, they happen to be white. You want to talk about that? You want to explain yourself a little bit? That was just funny. That was a good time. Crutcher, I did watch a very good action movie the other day, Radical Jack, a bit like Roadhouse. Okay. Alan is scribbling that down right now. Radical Jack. I've
never heard of Radical Jack, but
let's get through this. All right, let me star this. All right, let's go back here. Sasha, what was the 4th one?
Am I next? Well, I don't know how much I can say about what I can, but it's so well known. I watched Cocoon again.
Now, there's plenty of people who haven't seen Cocoon. I'm sure there's people in the chat who have never seen it.
It's such a popular film, though. You know, I thought everyone knows this.
I know it, but I think a lot of people know of it more than
people our age know, but the younger generation may not be as familiar with it.
Well, I got to say, I think actually I watched this film because of one line of dialogue in the film. It made me want to watch the film again, and I thought it was Walter Matthau and the Sunshine Boys, but no, I remembered it was what's his name, Wilfred Brimley. In this, he said it. So, based on one line of dialogue, I watched Cocoon again.
That happens.
It was when he was having his eyes tested, and he could read the finest small print. But yeah, it holds up so well. I think it hasn't really aged. It's not over sentimental. I think it's kind of a very well told story.
Yeah, it's got what Brian Dennehy and Steve Gutenberg's in that, right?
What's the basics?
Oh, you haven't seen it?
Oh, I have seen it. Yeah, many times.
Yeah.
What's the basic synopsis of that movie? People that don't know.
Well, it has to do with aging and
anti-aging, almost.
Or age is just a number. You don't limit yourself by your. Or that's my interpretation of it, anyways. Just because you might be older doesn't mean you're not over the hill. Sounds kind of smolchy, but it's not really. Not in the way it's portrayed.
And there's
At
aliens.
least I didn't
It's
think
like
so.
aliens that are like the fountain of youth for this elderly community.
Yeah.
It's a really good film. It is. It was a classic back in the day. It still is
Yeah,
classic.
people watching this that haven't seen it are like, "What? What is it?"
Yeah, I mean, there's these cocoons in a pool, but you don't need the cocoons. You had it all the time. That's the message, I think.
Yeah.
That's just the surface level. You got to look beyond the surface.
Yeah. And it's a Ron Howard movie.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it is.
Ron Howard directed. Yeah.
Ron Howard gets no credit as a director. If you look at his filmography, he's made some great stuff.
Yeah, it's just been a while, really. But during that time, he was making banger after banger. I mean, he was a Steven Spielberg pretty much.
I think I told you privately. I think to me, The Curious Case of Benjamin Button really feels to me like a Ron Howard film that Ron Howard didn't make.
That he didn't make. Yeah, it's an odd Fincher movie.
Yeah.
Like Fincher, I think, was just paid to make it and needed the job, kind of thing.
Well, trying something out of his comfort zone.
Yeah.
Which is,
that's just the thing. Like, I don't think Fincher wanted to make that. I mean, I've never seen interviews to support that, but it doesn't feel like a Fincher movie. It just doesn't, it doesn't seem like he would have any interest in that based on his other, filmography.
Yeah, it stands out for sure.
Yeah. You guys ever see Ron Howard's movie Ransom with Mel Gibson?
Oh yeah, he did make that. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've been wanting to rewatch that lately. I'm kind of hoping for a 4K, a better release of it. There's just a really crappy studio Blu-ray of it, but Gary Sinise in that movie, and his performance outshines Mel Gibson. I mean, that's just from what I remember of it. But Liev Schreiber, I think, is in it also. It's just
Rene
Russo, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Once again, I'm going to follow up one of his wholesome family films with some more debauchery. Last House on the Left. I had seen this before, but I hadn't seen this as I got it in. It holds up. I'm sure a lot of people's already seen this movie. What can I say about it? Everybody knows what it is. But I mean, I think that it's very effective. It still holds up after all these years. When it came out in 2009, it was kind of cool seeing Aaron Paul in this. The last time I had seen this, it was before I'd watched Breaking Bad, so it was kind of cool watching him in this. Playing a totally different kind of character. Well, I guess a more same type of character, maybe a little more, extreme. But everybody did a pretty good job in the movie. Like I said, it was effective what it was supposed to be. I think it was a pretty solid remake. I have not seen the original in probably 5 to 7 years. It's been a long time since I've seen the original, so I can't really compare it to the original. But from what I remember, I think I actually like the remake a little better. But saying that, I haven't seen the original in quite a while. I have the original up there on the shelf. I need to rewatch it, kind of compare them.
Did you just say you like the remake more than the original?
Oh, there's many remakes I like better than the original.
Okay.
So this is probably one of them. Like I said, before I say that, though, I want to rewatch the original and kind of compare them.
Don't you know you're not allowed to say stuff like that? Well, you know that's not allowed. You're not allowed to like that.
No, I don't care. I really don't care. So,
Scarface is a remake.
Yeah, well, Sacha brought it up before that Alfred Hitchcock has done remakes. I mean, it's just a lot of movies are remakes that people don't even know are remakes.
But when they finishing my thoughts on the film, when they got the girls in the woods, whatever, and the one girl gets stabbed, the stabbing is very realistic looking. It's very effective. Really cool scene. So how they did the stabbing, like I said, it looked real. So they did a real good job with that kind of stuff. For the movie like this, if you're going into it for what it's supposed to be, they accomplished that. Not to ruin the ending or anything, but I'll just say that the microwave scene was pretty unique at the end. It's something you don't usually see, so it was kind of something different. Like I said, it holds up. It is what it is. It's a classic rape revenge, and still a good flick. I'm glad I have it.
All 5 of these are rape revenge.
No, they just kind of worked out that way. My other 3 are not, believe it or not. But it just kind of worked out. I had 2 here. I didn't realize it until we started.
I'm excited to check that out again. I haven't seen it in years.
It holds up, man. Like I said, everybody does a good job. And I don't remember the actor's name, the main bad guy. He's been in a lot of other stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't write down his name, I don't think, but he's a total prick. You know, he's somebody that just kind of pisses you off. You know, he's doing his job.
Did you ever
he's
see The
doing a very
Road?
good job at being a prick.
Did you ever see The Road?
The Road.
The Road. Cormac McCarthy. It's got Viggo Mortensen in it.
Oh yeah.
So the guy that gets his head cut off and eaten, it's the same guy. I just thought that was funny. They bring him in, and you don't think that's coming because like he's a real actor, you know, he's a solid actor. You're like, oh, this is going to be the villain the rest of the movie, and cut to the next scene, it's just like a bag of guts and a severed head. The only thing they couldn't eat, you know, basically.
And it also has that guy, the asshole from Ghost, whatever, Tony Goldwyn, I think is his last name. He's playing the dad in this, you know, and you know, usually he plays a prick. And he's kind of the hero in this movie, because he was a total prick in Ghost. I can't remember. I'm kind of mad I didn't write down the guy's name, the main bad guy, because he had been in some other stuff. And the girl that got stabbed, one of the girls that got attacked, whatever, she was the girl from Superbad. So I didn't realize that until I watched this. So
it's only the rated cut that's on 4K, right?
Yeah,
that release.
Yeah,
I don't know why they don't just do 2 4K discs.
So.
But yeah,
the theatricals on 4K, and that's the one I watched because I want to see what the 4K looked like. I haven't watched the unrated on here yet, but the unrated is on Blu-ray.
Yeah, it is.
Do you mean Emma Stone? She was in Superbad.
Not her.
Martha
friend
Lezik or some shit. She was like the secondary girl in the movie.
The brunette.
The brunette, yeah.
All right. Well, the fourth one here from 2021, The Sadness. This is a Raven Banner release. I love this company. It's a foreign company. They're out of Canada. Really great prices, really great releases. 2021, like I said, filmed and shot in takes place and filmed in Taiwan. A young couple trying to reunite amid a city ravaged by a plague that turns its victims into deranged, bloodthirsty sadists. We've seen it all before. I mean, there's a lot of movies like this where they put there's an agent in the air that turns people crazy. There was I want to say it was like the Belko Experience. It's got Stephen Yeun in it. Man, I can't think of what it was called, but very similar to this. These filmmakers were inspired by the legendary Cat 3 rating code from the late 80s, early 90s. I mean, it's an attempt. I'll give them that, but they didn't really capture the spirit of it. Like I've said this before, these are Taiwanese people. They worship the Korean people, and they basically made a Korean-style Cat 3-esque movie. I hate the characters in this. That the broad in it, that's a big problem for me too. Like the broad in this, it's about a couple, this young couple. They get separated during this event that happens, and it's her odyssey trying to get back to him and him trying to get back to her, but he gets infected during the thing, and it has that real sappy Korean ending that I hate. Cat 3 would never have an ending like that ever. So that's a big problem for me, the way they did the ending, and her behavior on the subway is just disgusting and infuriating. Let's put it that way. She's like one of these broads that thinks, her pussy is magic and the whole world wants her, and she just treats this old man like dirt. And it really bothered me. And you wanted her to die the entire movie, and she just kind of like luckily keeps slipping away. And she's just a bitch the whole movie. She steals people's phones. I think I gave this a 2.5 out of 5. It's got the gore. It really brings the gore if that's what you're in for. But it just seemed like they were just like, okay, what can we do? Let's have this and that. It just didn't. Like I said, it's a swing and a miss as far as Cat 3 goes. As a Taiwanese film, it's okay, better than average for Taiwanese film. But I don't have a whole lot of good things to say about it. This is a fantastic release from Raven Banner. They do great. There's great visuals in this. But yeah. If you're into like crazy, if you're crazy gorehound, check this one out, man. You can get this release, I think, on Orbit DVD with the slip or Raven Banner for about $20. And the benefit of going through Raven Banner is they are great to deal with, really easy to deal with. They do have great sales, and you're paying the Canadian dollar, their fake monopoly money up there. So you get a big advantage with the real money, with American money. So you get a big advantage there. And like I said, if there's a problem in shipping, they're great to deal with. There's great people for Canadians, top tier. So yeah, that'd be my fourth. Watching a lot of horror for Halloween. Like I don't do that year round. Sacha, you seen The Sadness?
I have not.
What?
I don't. Based on what you just said, I don't think I will be seeing it.
I don't think any animals are harmed in The Sadness. But if there were animals in it, they'd be harmed.
Yeah. I'm actually a fan of that movie.
Yeah.
Brad, you know that.
Yeah.
But I like it.
There are worse movies you can see, trust me, than The Sadness. Okay. Wild Wrangler. So he's got both the channels going at the same time. That's cool, man. Just imagine that, a phone and I just imagine like not even looking at the screen. You got a phone here and all notes, everybody saying what's up. Wild Wrangler, watch Cocoon and Cocoon 2 with my mom and grandmother back in the 90s.
Yeah, there was a sequel with is that named Courtney Cox?
I've never seen the sequel. And I barely remember the first one.
I've seen the sequel, but I don't remember anything about it.
Brent Madison. I have the Cocoon Steelbook from a few years ago. Region-free disc. I think it's a UK Steelbook. I don't remember that one either. There's so many damn releases. Hagen K. Watched Hellraiser the other night. I enjoyed quite a bit. The practical effects were great. Oh, yeah, man. Hellraiser still holds up. I'm looking forward to hopefully standalone 4K. Just somebody putting that out without the sequels. And that's one of the franchises where I think the sequels are really weak. And it's
I had a tutor at college who knew. Is it Doug Bradley? He played
Doug Bradley.
He knew him. Yeah.
Oh, that'd be cool.
He was an actor himself. He was in a TV series with Ian McShane in the 80s.
And it seems like Doug Bradley is just like, yeah, it's a job. I don't care. Yeah, put it on. Put the dress on me.
Right, exactly.
He doesn't care. But he's really good at it. He's really good in the movie. I don't think it works, otherwise. I don't think you could put anybody else in the dress and the makeup and have it work. Saying what's up. Ragnar keeps old people young and healthy, yeah. So on the surface level there. Ragnar alien paws that they put in the water are made the old people, yeah. Yeah, that's it. Vibes, have you guys seen Knives Out? There's an Easter egg on the slip cover if you haven't. Won't say anything too specific. I didn't get a slip cover with Knives Out. Okay, I don't own Knives Out. I've seen it. I thought there was a lot of like woke stuff in it, propaganda in it. I don't actually own it. But I have to check out that slip.
I've heard it's good. I kind of want to see. I know they made a sequel that looks promising. I haven't seen either.
It's about an inheritance and family and that whole thing. Did you see Knives Out, Alan?
I have. It wasn't my favorite.
Yeah,
it was okay. I didn't like it enough to buy the physical of it.
And that is saying a lot. Look behind him.
I do enjoy Janelle Monáe. I know she's in part 2, so
yeah.
Not that that's alone a reason to watch. Well, it could be. I don't know.
It is. It's kind of what you think it is.
Is it? Yeah, not so memorable, maybe.
No, I didn't think it was that good. It's distracting. The dialogue that they have between them is very divisive kind of stuff, and it's just like, why are we hearing this? Like, this is not. But whatever, it is what it is. Anthony, what's going on? Ransom so good, stellar performance across the board. Yeah, I think everybody does great. Mel Gibson does fantastic in it.
Yeah,
don't get me
wrong. Watch that
again,
though. It's been a long time.
To say that Gary Sinise steals it is really saying something for me, because I think Mel Gibson's great. That's one of my all-time favorite actors, and I think he's great in it. But Gary Sinise is so, the way he plays that character, the monologues that he gives, and then you really believe it's almost two different people. He's this hero cop on one second, and the flip of a coin, he's a totally different person. He just turns into something else. The whole bit is today, Jimmy Shaker Day. You know, that whole deal. I love that. Yeah, I knew what you meant, man. Ragnar, feel young, not become young. Yeah, exactly. Sydney says the fourth movie I watched was The Ninth Life of Louis Drax. Jamie Dornan, Aidan Longsworth. These sound very British. Directed by Alex Aja. Okay, 2016 drama, mystery thriller, mystery bound reality. Alex Aja is great. Great director. Oh, I'm not familiar with that one either. Hey, Anthony, yeah, Aaron Paul's a piece of shit. It's pretty good. Yeah, it really. I think that was it before Breaking Bad started. I think it was before Breaking Bad started.
It came out, what I say, 2009. I didn't watch Breaking Bad until after it'd been on for a few years, and I binge watched like the first couple seasons. I don't remember when Breaking Bad started. My son probably knows that in the chat.
It was 2008, if I remember correctly.
So if the movie came out in 2009, means they probably shot it late 07, early 08.
Probably about 2011 before I watched seeing him in Breaking Bad.
Probably the last movie he did before he did the pilot for Breaking Bad.
Yeah, but he plays a slime ball. He plays that character perfectly, and so you know.
Let's see. Brent, Alan, did you see the Mondo Jaws Tiki get out of the water variant mug? It's a pre-order still available. Why?
It's already been pre-ordered.
All his energy drinks will get dumped into that before the streamer.
Yeah, that was an immediate purchase.
Sasha, do you buy much like film oriented like tchotchkes and stuff like that, like little figures and posters? Do you ever do any of that stuff?
No, I don't. I just almost nothing in terms of what
There
I've
you go.
got. I got some Reservoir Dogs dolls that are still in the box, and I think they're very valuable. But basically, no.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Alan goes a different route.
Yeah, you can see my new Saw popcorn bucket back there. I just got in today, so that tells you what I do. I'm an idiot.
Alan was backstage poking that thing in the eyes, trying to get this out.
Well, they're lit now. They're working now. They're supposed to go on and off. Must be motion censored, but they either go on or off. So
you got to get the Child's Play popcorn carrier now.
No, I didn't get that one.
I think you have to go into Universal Studios to buy it.
I have a Lisa and what's his name from Team America? Lisa and
I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
I still need to watch that, by the way.
They're in a little box this big. They're really tiny, but I have that. I don't know how I got that. If it came with the
Alan's
DVD.
a red-blooded American that hasn't seen Team America. I mean, does that make any sense?
I have no excuse.
It really does not. No.
They should revoke your passport.
Yeah, if I had one.
Send you to Iran. I don't know what you're doing. Sydney's a big fan of Cocoon. Okay, so Sydney said it's a good movie. He's an average fan of Cocoon. You'll see as we go along. Sydney's the various responses. Wild Wrangler, Pop's microwave sense.
Yeah, the microwave scene. The last house.
Yeah, a lot of people have problems with that scene. It was like an old school microwave that probably still would have worked with the busted front. I think a lot of people have, issues with everybody's like a.
Well, there was the beginning of the movie. He's working on it, saying somebody broke the microwave.
Yeah.
So he was obviously working on it. He was an intelligent guy. He probably wired it up somehow to work without the door on it.
I'm sure.
Whichever, it was effective. It was a cool shot.
I'm sure Ryan would agree. Yep, that would have happened. That's exactly.
I'll experiment later, see if it works.
Yeah, let's call Ryan. Get Ryan on the phone. If you put somebody's head in a microwave, would this happen? Yeah, I'm sure you've seen Sacha. Ryan comes on. He's actually a doctor, and we ask him the dumbest shit ever. Like, if you use a card table, like in the movie, and try to rip somebody's head off, would that work? And then Ryan will give us a real answer.
Yeah, he could be totally bullshitting us. Whatever, we have no idea.
We're going, yeah. I knew it. It would work. Ragnar's putting over Bloodfather with Mel Gibson. Yeah, it's a pretty decent movie.
I know
stuff. There's some good ones in there.
I didn't see that one.
It's okay. It's Mel Gibson from I think 2018. Bearded Mel. Crusher's talking about anyone watch the RoboDoc? Creation RoboDoc. I haven't watched it yet. I'm looking forward to it.
I got it pre-ordered, but it ain't come in yet.
Is that line cinema whatever? with the red lettering on the spine?
I don't think so, but I'll check.
It seems like it would be.
Yeah, it seems like it would be, but for some reason I don't think it is. But I'll have to check. I may be wrong.
Is that a very in-depth documentary? Is it 4 hours, I think, right? Or something like that.
I hadn't heard, but I'm definitely going to pick that up. That's going to be great to have. Anthony's talking about the Last House on the Left remake takes itself way more seriously than the original. Some people are purists when it comes to the original films. It's their loss. Yeah, fuck them.
And it's possible to like both. It's okay to like both.
It's okay to like one more than the other. It's okay to. It doesn't ruin your childhood or whatever. It doesn't take you back. You're fine. But yeah, I agree with you 1,000%.
Good example. I absolutely love the Evil Dead films, all of them, every fucking one of them, and I absolutely love the remake. I'm not gonna sit there and say that I like it as much as the originals, but it's definitely in the same ballpark. So,
and I would tell you the exact opposite is true.
Oh, I know.
The remake to me is the only one that matters.
Yeah, I love the originals. Like I said, that's in that scenario, but I definitely like the Dawn of the Dead remake better, without a doubt.
The trouble with me and the originals is I don't like Bruce Campbell. Just something about that guy. If I met him in person, I'd want to punch him in the face. I don't know what it is. He's got the chin, the attitude.
I've heard he was kind of a prick in person. Heard that by a few people.
But at the time,
well,
for money.
That's a major thing to get past because since he's the star of all those films.
Yeah. And the remake is much darker. It's much darker and it's much more serious, less zany, than the originals. Fives, I've actually never seen Last House on the Left, so we'll check it out. Yeah, I know somebody's got a copy that you may know. check out the unrated.
Yeah, come over, son. We'll watch it.
Wrangler. This is your son that just bought the new house, right?
No, that's my other son. That's my youngest son there. My other son, just a little bit older than him, just bought the house.
It's hard to keep them straight.
Well, I got 4 that I know about. So.
Yeah, they'll call them pops or nothing. Wild Wrangler, need to rewatch the remake Last House. Yeah, man, I think it holds up really well. Ragnar saying the original Camille Keaton is so good. There's no reason to watch a remake. Camille Keaton. So you're talking about the original Last House. I would say that you're missing out by not checking out both. It's it is what it is. As far as that would be like. I'd be like saying The Thing from Another World is so good. Why check out the remake from John Carpenter?
And Brad, you made a good point a while back, whatever about remakes. A lot of people that are so serious about the original and are totally against remakes. One thing a remake does, even if you don't like the remake, it brings the movie back into conversation. So more people are going to watch that remake. They're going to go back and watch the original more than likely. And it's going to get more love to that original movie. And that's one way.
This is a remake.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize that's a remake.
Yeah.
Nobody's ever even heard of the original. So it's like Last House on the Left. Last House on the Left in 2009 was basically in obscurity. It was a very obscure grindhouse movie. Then they remake it in 2009. Now we all know about the remake. A lot of people know about the remake or the original that never would have heard of it otherwise until this remake comes out. So like I said, brings new light on it. Plus you might get better releases of the original now that people are talking about it again.
Yeah.
No, there's nothing but good that can come from a remake. Whether it's a bad remake, a good remake, you like the remake, whatever, it's all good.
It doesn't take away from the original.
Yeah, David Hess is great. David Hess is great in the original. David Hess is great in everything that he's been in.
One of my favorite comedies is a remake, Dirty Rotten Scoundrels.
Yeah, there's tons of comedy remakes that people don't know anything about the original, that never heard of the original. I mean, they're comedy almost, I would say, more than horror has remakes. A lot of them are just unheralded movies that have been remade. While Wrangler's talking about the eyeball raping scene from The Sadness.
That was
again,
original.
Sacha, check it out.
Oh, that's put me off it now. No, I'm not watching that.
Well, eyeballs are prominently harmed in Cat 3 movies. So
not necessarily like that.
not like that.
You know, he goes balls deep on that one, but
Yeah.
it's that was a different story. So
Johnny, what's going on, man?
what's up, Johnny?
We're gonna get you on the last five one of these times.
You got to read this out loud. Come on here.
I'm not gonna read it out loud. You in the chat, just go ahead and read it. That's Johnny all the way. Hope you're doing well, man. Congratulations,
Give me a call, Johnny.
Congratulations on the new place, by the way.
Yeah, man. Give me a call. Let's catch up.
Benicio, what's going on, man?
Benicio, the motherfucking whore cholo.
Yep. I see. Here we go. Sydney Eubanks. Ransom is very good.
That's his ranking system.
It's
good. It's pretty good. It's good. It's very good. It's excellent.
Yeah, it's okay. It's you'll see.
Is that the final word?
Yeah, he like I said, you will see sometimes it's like I think great movie in all caps. That's a 10 out of 10. I've seen that maybe once or twice from him. Anthony says Knives Out blows. Way overhyped. Lionsgate Steelbook does look badass though. Yeah, I if I was gonna watch a movie, I would watch what's the movie with the blonde broad from Australia, and she gets married, and there's like a family, and they have this weird they kind of like hunt her through the house. What is that movie called? If I was to watch something like that, I would rather watch that than Knives Out.
Yeah.
I can't think of what it's fucking.
But what my son was talking about earlier, and if anybody hadn't seen Knives Out, this is a spoiler. So close your ears. If you get the slip cover and do something like turn it upside down or something like that, all the knives point to the killer. It's like surrounded in knives, and all the knives will point to the killer of the movie.
Well, that's not really a spoiler if you don't have the slipcover. Now you got to get it to find out.
There you go.
Ready or Not. That was it. Thanks, Holland. Ready or Not, I liked a lot more than Knives Out, and they came out around the same time.
Ready or Not was better. I did like that better as well. Yeah, that was.
Wait, is Knives Out not the film with Daniel Craig? Am I thinking of something else?
That's Daniel Craig.
Yeah,
Daniel Craig, Jamie
Lee
Lee Curtis. Yeah, that's Knives Out.
Right, because I thought it was just a sort of a kind of a Hercule Poirot kind of a film, but it sounds different from this description.
There's an inheritance, and it's almost kind of like Clue, type thing. I mean, it has a.
Clue's a good comparison. Yeah, not quite as silly as Clue, but it's that same thing.
It's just very political, and I don't want to see that shit in my movies. Oh, I guess Suzanne Summers passed away. Didn't know that.
Yesterday. Last night. Dr.
Ryan is our real life mythbuster.
Yeah, exactly.
Explain it. So yeah.
Hopefully he'll watch it. Hopefully he's watching a whole lot. Not to let him
know. Mark Jones, fellas, great to see you.
What's up, Mark?
He said Yans. Okay, that's a Philly guy. Have you seen the Descent? Mid 2000s. Heard it's good. I've never seen it yet. The Descent.
Oh, yeah. I love The Descent, man. I love it.
It's a great movie.
Holds up to it. Still just as creepy as it was when I first seen it in theaters.
I watched somebody else watching it last week or a few weeks ago. I saw it through them. I saw the final moments of it anyway.
Yeah, it's a gore fest. Underground creatures.
Claustrophobic. It's got everything. It's a good watch.
Wild Wrangler, the RoboDoc's 3 hours. I heard that's great to hear. They did a Freddy Krueger. What was his name? I always forget his name.
Robert Englund
documentary that was, I think, 3 hours, and it just seemed like, from what I heard, they kind of rushed through it.
Yeah, I have that one. I haven't got to it yet, but I got it over there.
Alan has no idea what we're talking about. Matt Damon.
I know what you're talking about.
Wild Wrangler. Brad Bruce may break your hand with that chin. You broke that jaw? Yeah. Yeah. I just don't like the guy. I think he's just smarmy, just an asshole.
Is that him or is it his character in the film? Ash.
Yeah, it's his character, but that's him in real life too. He's playing himself essentially. He's got this big giant ego. He's just by all accounts, everybody I heard that's met him, he's just an asshole, and it shows. Let's see, Eddie, what's going on, man?
What's up, baby?
Wild Wrangler, yeah, the remakes of The Thing, 82, Fly, another great remake, 86. There's a million of them. Everybody say what's up. Wild Wrangler says Heartbreak Kids remake, Ben Stiller. Yeah, that 10 Things I Hate About You is a remake of a movie called Taming the Shrew. There's a million comedy remakes out there.
So I didn't know that. There's probably a bunch I don't know about.
The Talented Mr. Ripley. That's another remake.
A remake. Yeah, how do you feel about that remake with Matt Damon and?
I liked it. I enjoyed that film, yeah, it's a good film. I'm just remembering, I saw it in a very unique setting. Well, unique for me, so I kind of associate the setting with watching it. But I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I saw it in the most crowded cinema I've ever been in. I had to sit on the floor. All the seats were taken. In New York.
That sounds right. Yeah. Uncle Tito, yeah, from The Heartbreak Kid. That's one of the last Farrelly Brothers movies. Heartbreak Kid. Eddie says I watched The Descent for the first time last night. Damn, it was a good horror movie. Yeah, it's really solid. I believe there's a sequel that's pretty good too.
Yeah, the sequel's pretty good too.
Trini, of course, ever the contrarian, loved Knives Out. Fucking socialists. Holland, are you buying? Are you guys buying the Clue 4K? I saw it that was just released or just announced.
Yeah, I think it's a shout to look, so I'm gonna grab it.
Yeah. Pugwall 316. Hey guys, great show. Just covered I Spit on Your Grave for a show coming up. Lots to talk about. The same director's modern sequel is as bad as Birdemic. Unwatchable. The modern. Okay, so it's her granddaughter or something, if I remember correctly. Deja Vu, something like that. I don't think I've seen that one. Mike, dude, Jake, what's going on, dude?
What's up, Mike?
Wild Wrangler Dread 2012. Yeah, if you consider that a remake, it's a great remake. What do you think? Which one do you think's better, the Stallone or the 2012?
How was that long ago? 2012.
Yeah.
Don't make me answer that question because you know I like the remake better, but I don't want to shit on my boy Sly. But yeah, the remake's so much better.
Yeah, it's South African production. All right.
Yeah.
Already number 3.
Okay, well, I don't really like admitting to this publicly, but we're going in the last films I watched. This was one of them. It might be a guilty pleasure. I saw this, never seen it before. I'm not a fan of his comedies. Not that I've seen a lot of them, but I don't like his style of humor. But I heard this one's really funny. Oh, let's just go with it.
All right. Thanks for coming, everybody. Thanks for coming, everybody. It's been a good stream. We'll get you on the next one.
Filling in for Brian Goes Blue.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, on the surface, it's fun. It's funny. It has some genuine laughs in it. This is a custom sleeve. The image doesn't have their feet on show, but I got a wider image with it. You can see her toes. I like her toes, but that's
naturally
off point. Yeah, I mean, what is it? 2 hours of just fun and I don't know. It's entertaining. It was genuinely funny. I haven't even seen all the ones they say are classics. I have never seen. I've seen Mr. Deeds and I've seen Anger Management, but that's not a lot more than that. Big Daddy. So I'm not familiar with his comedies very much, but this one had some entertainment to it.
It's kind of like the end of the road for his stuff. Like, this before he got that Netflix deal and it kind of went all downhill.
It is.
What's generally
one of the 10 romantic comedies my wife watches on a loop.
Yeah.
I walk in, she's watching that or 10 other random movies that she watches all the time.
I put her on the spine, so
So the idea is somehow he needs to use Jennifer Aniston to get his girl or get that girl or something.
Yeah, to make her feel jealous that he's with someone else, or
Yeah.
But I mean, it's entertaining. I didn't fall asleep.
Did you ever see 50 First Dates?
No, I have never seen that.
That's the one where he dates Drew Barrymore and she has brain damage and she can't remember anything. Her memories only last a day, 12 hours or something like that.
Every morning she wakes up and she thinks it's the same day.
Yeah.
And he takes advantage of that situation.
He tries to be her boyfriend and he only has 12 hours to basically convince her to be with him. So every day she forgets that she even knew him from the day before. I think that was kind of like his peak. And then it was just a steep decline right after that. The same production company that did Tommy Boy did that movie.
Okay.
So it has that same kind of, like, I guess the word would be heart.
Yeah, I like Adam Sandler in Punch Drunk Love. I like him in Uncut Gems in serious roles. I think he's kind of knowing that he's capable of that. I think he's wasted when he doesn't really give his all, because he's a good dramatic actor.
Yeah, Punch Drunk Love, I think he gets away with it because he doesn't say much. His character doesn't have much lines and everything, but Philip Seymour Hoffman's great in that movie. I love when he gets him on the phone and he thinks he's going to confront Philip Seymour Hoffman and it just doesn't go the way he thought it was going to go at all. And then they hang up and then Philip Seymour Hoffman just goes back to doing whatever he was doing and doesn't even think about him ever again, kind of thing. And the fits he throws when he breaks the glass, But that seems like a Sacha movie. All right, let's see what's.
No, I ain't sure I can follow that up. Again, I'm gonna have another debauchery film here. Well, not really, but anyway, Oculus. And does that drive you crazy? That sticker on the slip cover there, Sacha?
But you can take it off.
How? Without tearing the damn slip cover? It's on there.
Use some white spirit. That'll do it.
Okay. How about an American product?
I never heard of
what the hell is that?
White spirit is something else for me.
You use that to remove paint from paintbrushes. It'll get that off.
Tony's pretty good at those too. I think Tony uses vegetable oil.
Yeah,
a little bit of vegetable oil to weaken the glue and then peel it off.
Truthfully, I've had this in my possession about an hour and a half. I watched this on streaming and I ordered the physical copy right after I watched it on streaming because I hadn't seen this movie in many, many years. I've probably seen it in theaters when it first came out. Oculus 2013, pretty solid movie. I mean, I like it overall. It's have you guys seen this, Brad?
I haven't seen it in a long time.
It's a pretty okay movie. It's best I can describe it. Whatever. Like I said, it's got some creepy scenes to it. It's a little of a jumbled up mess. It does a lot of flashback scenes back when they were kids, back to the present time, back when they were kids, back to the present time, and it kind of wears you out after a while. You have to really pay attention to what the hell is going on. But it's a pretty decent movie. It's about this mirror that's basically haunted, and there's a really cool scene where she's kind of in front of the camera and she's trying to get evidence that this mirror is the reason why her brother was in the institution, and all the shit that happened to her family was because of the mirror, not because they were all murderers. And the mirror pretty much made them do it. And there's a really cool scene where she's going through the history of the mirror. I really enjoyed. Like I said, overall it was a pretty good film. There was a lot of creepy scenes in it that I really enjoyed. Got some good actors in it. You got Karen Gillian in it. She was Nebula in Guardians of the Galaxy. Katie Sackhoff, whatever, she's been in a bunch of shit. She plays the mom in this, whatever. It was directed by Mike Flanagan. He's done a bunch of shit. He's done Hush, the good Ouija movie, The Origin of Evil, Gerald's Game, Dr. Sleep, Midnight Mass, 7 episodes of Midnight Mass, which I haven't watched yet. Supposed to be a pretty solid series. And one cool thing about this mirror is he always puts his mirror in his other movies.
White Spirit.
Just happen to have some next to me. This will get it off.
That sounds like alcohol, like something you would drink.
No, you want to drink this.
We're Americans. We might drink it.
Yeah.
But the mirror it shows up in all those other movies. This mirror was used as the headboard in Gerald's Game. So I thought that was kind of cool. This was Karen Gillan's first American role. Stephen King's a big fan of the movie. Like I said, it's a solid watch. Like, it's not the best thing I've ever seen by no means. I was intrigued. Whatever. I liked it enough to buy the physical copy of it, but I didn't have it. But there's a shot of the mom there on the back, with the eyes. A lot of creepy scenes like that. But if you've never seen it, you probably like it. I mean, it's all right. I'd probably give it a what I give it on Letterboxd. So I don't tell y'all a lie here. I gave it a 2.5 out of 5. So right, kind of middle of the road.
So Sydney Eubanks would call it's good. Good movie.
So it was all right.
All right.
Like I said, good enough. I wanted to own it. So
third one here is from 2020. It's called The Dark and the Wicked. This is RLJE release. Basically, what it's about is a brother and sister. Their father is ill, like basically should be on hospice kind of thing, and their mother is taking care of him in rural Texas outside of Dallas. It's shot and takes place there on a rural goat farm, sheep farm, and they go back to kind of help out while he's dying, help the mother out. And the whole time at the beginning, she's telling them to go. I don't need you here. You never listened to me. I told you on the phone not to come, so on and so forth. And it turns out that Satan is basically kind of taken hold in the area. I don't know exactly. It's kind of vague, but it's got to be Satan or Satan, like one of his demons or something. But anyway, there's religious undertones to it. It's like almost a possession type thing. Like obviously, the father is possessed by the devil, and it starts to affect the mother. And anyway, it goes down that whole role. It is very effective. It's a really kind of creepy, intense movie. The scenes with the preacher and all that stuff. But yeah, it's atmosphere. This was the time when The Witch was coming out and a lot of folk horror style movies, and it's along those lines. It's got good gore in it, great scenes, visuals with the animals and stuff in the barn and all that. But yeah, it's just a cheap, I'm sure this movie didn't have a huge budget. It's just a fun little, folk horror style movie. Got rave reviews. A lot of people loved it, and a lot of people have got a lot of good things to say about it. If you're religious, of the Jesus stuff, I'm sure you'll probably be a fan of this. It's like, but it has a non-typical ending. I enjoyed it. It's a good fall type watch. Basically, that's about the best I can say for it. Again, it's a cheap release, easy to pick up. It's also available to stream on Shudder. I think I gave it a 3 out of 5, something like that. It's a winner. I
enjoyed it. I watched it once. I enjoyed it.
I'm sure Sasha's a big fan. There's lots of animal cruelty in it.
Oh, thanks for heads
You're
up.
like,
You mentioned goats.
Yeah, the sheep. Yeah, I think there's goats and sheep. I'm not exactly sure about that.
Okay, another one to avoid.
Another one off the list. Trini said I'm going to keep my mouth shut. Okay. Sydney, Brad movie recommendations. Don't Let Go. The Parts You Lose. Death and the Maiden. The Hate You Give and the Silencing.
Okay, Death and the Maiden I've seen. That's a Roman Polanski film, I think, with Sigourney Weaver and Ben Kingsley.
That
on a
sounds
remote
good.
island together.
I'll definitely check those out for sure. I
I Hate
appreciate
You
it.
Give. I've seen that. I actually reviewed that on my old channel, which said that's gone. But yeah, that was a very effective film and affecting.
Roman Polanski was a big time talent before he raped that kid. Possibly during. I don't know exactly the timeline, but I don't know why can't he just make movies over there where he's at. But is Aniston? I doubt it. A PG-13 Adam Sandler movie.
You see her in a bikini.
There you go. Sydney, all mystery thrillers. Oh, cool, man. Wild Wrangler saying, hey to everybody. I see Trini down here. Goo gone. Gudon
I was
and
wondering
the
what that
Q-tip.
meant. Then I got the context of getting rid of the sticker.
Yeah, that's what it was. You know, there's they for whatever reason over here they put stickers right on the slip, and they don't always come off together, and you can kind of damage the slip trying to get them off, and it takes a much more delicate touch than Alan is capable of. If anything, he should probably hand this over to his wife and say, "Hey, get these stickers
Yeah, 'cause
off."
I just started using these thumbs about 2 years ago.
Look at this
I
gorilla
just,
mitt.
I just got this recently, but I got it with a slip and the sticker. It tore the slip cover, so it's a useless slip. I mean, I don't need that slip cover, but it's a US slip cover as well. So I don't like the UK ones, but the US ones I do like.
Yeah.
But it's been ruined now because of the sticker on it.
Yep. Yeah. So that's what he's talking about with the stickers. It sucks. That's a great movie, Fury.
Since you just got that one, it shouldn't be too difficult to take off.
Well, that's an old movie.
Oh,
That's
this
the
was like that's off eBay.
yeah.
So
That's
this is
it's an old release, and it's a lenticular cover.
yeah.
Okay, well, maybe not that. Just I would say, rub it, apply it gently. Don't just be gentle.
Yeah, you're talking to the wrong guy.
Yeah,
talking
that's
to the wrong
not
guy.
me. I'll get my wife to do it.
You're talking to you're asking a gorilla to do brain surgery here. It's
I'll
just,
hand my wife go here fix this, and she'll take care of it.
Gorillas are very intelligent animals.
uh-huh.
These ain't gonna open up physical media, obviously. If I prove on camera many times,
I could make a montage of Alan's fuck ups trying to unbox stuff. I mean, it literally could be probably 10 minutes long. I'm like, shit, I didn't mean to tear that. Damn it, I
you ever
didn't.
see that? You ever see it before I edit it?
Yeah, Eddie, in my opinion, Adam Sandler's last great comedy was The Longest Yard remake. Yeah, I could see that. I mean, that's 2005, way back.
No.
Sydney said my third watch was Cop Car, 2015, Kevin Bacon crime thriller. Yeah, the kids steal his cop car and go on like a joyride, I think, if I remember correctly.
Dude, he's kind of a crazy bitch. I've seen the trailer. I haven't watched the movie yet.
Gugon and a Q-tip. Back to keeping quiet. Wild Wrangler, Brad Winnie the Pooh 2 will have a Psycho Tigger Saw stills of the film. Oh, of course.
He's in a broken straight jacket.
Yeah, of course it's Tigger. Yeah, that makes sense.
If they're making a sequel, people must like it. I mean,
I've heard mixed things about it. I can't recommend it to anybody though.
Hell, that limited edition from who put it out, Umbrella, I'm sold out in days.
Yeah,
so obviously it's, you know.
Yeah, 600 copies. That was before anybody had seen it.
Yeah.
Hagen says, "I wish Midnight Mass would get a physical release. I love the poster they did for it." Well, I'm sure there's bootleg releases of it you can buy.
I've heard nothing but good things about that show. I need to break down and watch it.
4K Lowdown, what's up, guys? It just came into Oculus and The Dark and the Wicked. Good picks. Yeah. Strong.
Appreciate you dropping by, man.
Yep. Wild Wrangler saying the Toxic Avengers 2023 Kevin Bacon in the movie. Yeah, I'll see it, I'm sure. I just don't know how that's going to work. This day and age, I don't know how you're going to make a Toxic Avenger movie. Hanging K, what studio is that Oculus release?
Blumhouse.
I think it's just studio.
It's early Blumhouse.
All right. Moving on to number 2.
Oh, is it my turn?
Yep.
This is sort of breaking the trend because this one's not more. Well, it's not so. I don't know. I watched this film called Clouds of Sils Maria. This is a Criterion. I'd say it's a human drama. It's about a actor who's played by Juliette Binoche and her manager, who's Christian Stewart. Is it Christian or Kirsten? I never remember.
I never know which one it is.
I think it's Christian Stewart.
Yeah. But they're on a train for the majority of the film, traveling to her next gig, and it's very sort of driven by her job. I can't remember where the film is set, but I think it might be Hungary or somewhere like that. It's very beautiful, the locations. There was one scene which made me kind of that they're sitting right on this cliff edge, and I felt kind of woozy because I have a fear of heights. But Yeah, very, very character driven. It's a French director, so
You
I
love
don't know.
French. You love French films, especially the French horror from the early 2000s.
Oh, yeah, Martyrs. That's right up my alley.
Yeah, Martyrs. Yeah.
Yeah, no, this is again, it's another character driven piece. Multiple language, well, no, German is spoken, but hardly French, German. Chloe Grace Moretz is in it. She plays the up and coming star that's about to be a big star, and the complete opposite of the Juliette Binoche character, who's sort of a seasoned actor. You know, she feels like she's sort of not relevant anymore. It's a moving, character-driven piece. I enjoyed it.
All right.
All right. Well, next one I watched was a really good historical drama. The Man Who Killed Hitler and the Bigfoot. So,
That's a winner, dude.
man, I enjoyed the hell out of this movie. I really did, and I'm going to be honest with you, Brad. I went into it with low expectations. No offense, but
Every time, every recommendation I give you, it's just like, oh, I guess I'll watch it. Shit,
that's not true at all. It's not true at all. I mean, it's called The Man Who Killed Hitler and the Bigfoot. So I wasn't sure what to expect.
Yeah.
And man, Sam Elliott, man, this is one of my favorite roles he's done. He's done a bunch of ones that I like. It had me from the very beginning. He's sitting in a bar by himself, drinking a glass of whiskey. They're playing a Billy Squire song, and I'm thinking, okay, this might be for me.
Lonely as the Night.
Yeah, no. And it's like, okay, it was a great way to start the movie. It got me invested right away, and it's a really, really good story about. You got some flashbacks about him. It's him present day. It flashes back to how he, spoiler alert, goes back and kills Hitler. He goes and does that, whatever. It's really cool how they set all that up, how he did it. And of course, now, present time, they have another problem. Up in Canada, whatever, there's a Bigfoot.
Well, don't fucking spoil it.
Well, obviously, there's Bigfoot. I'm not going any deeper than that. Shit.
You can't spoil it.
But basically, they hire him basically. He's the super badass, or was super badass, still is. He's an old guy now. They basically hire him to take down this Bigfoot. And one of my favorite lines of what he does, one of my favorite lines that he says here, let me go down here. He goes into this room. I'm not going to give any context. He goes into this room that's got any weapon you could possibly fucking imagine. And he says, I'll take that gun, that scope, and that knife. That's it. I said, that's the best line in the movie right there.
Yeah.
So it was fantastic. So, I mean, if you're a Sam Elliott fan, this is a no-brainer. You need to check this out. Don't let the name sway you. Let the name be a reason why you pick it up. This is a fantastic film. Yeah, I'm going to give it. What did I give it on Letterboxd? Because I watched it twice now. That's how much I liked it. And I need to raise my ranking up.
You know how long I've been telling you about that movie? I've been telling you about that movie forever. And you're like, yeah, whatever. You'll love it, dude. I think you'll really like it. All right, yeah, sure. And then a really cool steelbook comes out, and then there you buy it, and you finally watch it.
Yeah, I gave it a 3.5, whatever on Letterboxd. It probably needs to be a 4. A 3.5 for me on Letterboxd is really high. Most films that are good that I enjoy, I'm gonna give a 3. If you see me give a 4, that's fantastic. Very rarely will I give a movie a 5. Jaws is a 5. Rocky's shit like that. If a movie's a 3, that means it's a good solid flick. A 2.5 or a 2, it's just it's okay. He's not gonna recommend it. This is a 3.5. It probably needs to be a 4 after a second watch. So I was a big fan of it.
Sasha, you've seen that movie?
No, I have not, but it sounds intriguing. Is it just like what it sounds like it is?
No.
I mean, with that title.
It is.
Forget what it sounds like.
And it is a great release, man. I mean, Sam Elliott, if you're a Sam Elliott fan, man, other than maybe Roadhouse, this is my favorite thing I've ever seen him do.
It's a drama.
Yeah, it's
a drama. It's not what you think it is. It sounds like a grindhouse, sleazy, violent. Yeah, it's not that at all.
Oh.
It's really, really good. You ever see Gran Torino?
Yeah.
Similar.
That's good comparison.
Similar.
Yeah, good comparison.
It's about this man's life and his regret and all sorts of things. It's really good.
Mm.
And if you go in knowing that it's not this big, crazy action, it's really an interesting movie. A great RLJ release.
I just changed my ranking to 4 stars. 3.5 wasn't good though.
Yeah. We'll be doing that on the
Watch.
WTF sooner or later.
I haven't seen it, but when you said the title, I was thinking Hobo with a Shotgun. It sounds like that, but
That's what you would think.
A lot
But
of people reference that with the
it
title.
can be misleading. It's more of a serious movie. It is a pretty solid flick. It's not as silly as the title is.
A lot of it is about his relationship with his brother, and they're polar opposites. It's almost like twins. In twins, like Arnold's character got all the benefit, and it's just one guy is the guy that gets everything done. The other guy is the super nice.
And his brother is played by Larry Miller, and I haven't seen Larry Miller do a lot of stuff. This is a really good role by Larry Miller. He did real good in this.
Larry Miller.
And Ron Livingston from Office Space and The Conjuring, whatever. He plays like the FBI guy. He does a good job.
CIA type thing.
So
yeah, I highly recommend that.
It sounds very interesting now.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
When was that made?
2018.
Okay, new film.
Yep. All right, 2007's Rob Zombie's Halloween. Same exact story as the 78 Halloween. This is a remake that John Carpenter blessed originally, and then when he found out it wasn't cool, talked a bunch of shit about it because he's an asshole and he's a piece of shit, and he should be considered that way because that's the truth. Great release. This has a 4.5 hour making of documentary on it, full of bonus features. I prefer the unrated cut. There's a director's cut and a theatrical cut. The director's cut gives more backstory on Loomis and makes Loomis more of a sympathetic character. The people that complain about this movie have a hard time pronouncing the word film. They say film, shit like that, and they feel it's a slight on Southerners for some reason. There's trash people all over the country. These people just happen to be from Illinois, and they're really trashy. And in rural Illinois, you're going to find a lot of that. This movie, I really enjoy how visceral it is. I love the making him a giant, his character development, how he comes back at first, and it's just been he just wants to come back and visit his baby sister. He had a relationship with prior. He obviously liked his baby sister, and he sees his baby sister, and she's got this great life that he never had. And he kind of just watches for a while, and you can see the rage kind of builds in him. It's more about, making a monster instead of a monster being born a monster. I've always enjoyed it. I've always liked Rob Zombie's movies. And this is I mean, if you want to put it as like a favorite, I actually like the second one more than this, but this could if anybody I have a hard time saying this isn't his best movie. Like best as in a cinematic. If I was to rank it as a critic, I think this is his best movie. I just really enjoy it, and it's a great. His movies all have a certain feel to them. This movie has a great fall feel. It's a who's who as far as the casting goes of horror icons. For Brad Dourif, the broad from the Howling. I mean, if you go anybody on the list is. Somebody from somewhere, all these great cameos from horror icons. It's just, like I said, you can tell it was made for fans by a fan. And I hate the hate for it. I think a lot of people haven't seen it since 2007. If they even saw it in 2007, it's very popular to hate this movie, just anecdotally, without even really getting involved in it. But yeah, great Halloween watch. Always been a fan, always will be a fan. I still love it. I think I gave it a 4 out of 5. It's just, I don't have any complaints about it. Like I said, I prefer the director's cut more than the rated cut. I love the steelbook. I love the artwork on it. I'm sure it's going to get a 4K any day. I think I'll hang on to the steelbook.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rob Zombie's Halloween.
I don't want to get in the fucking debate because I'm debated to death over the fucking topic, but I got a really serious question. If this is a big fucking if, I know, but if the Halloween franchise did not exist, that movie came out when it did, it would be reveled by everybody. I think.
Yeah,
The simple fact that it's a remake is why people hate on it so much. That is a good movie. Every time I watch it, I like it more.
Yeah.
It really is. I mean, I'm not comparing it. I'm not getting into fucking debate, whatever. But if that was a self-standing movie and Halloween did not exist, that was the first iteration of it, everybody would love it. That's my opinion.
It's another one of those remakes where it's very divisive. People hate it just because it is a remake.
And I understand Halloween's that franchise everybody adores, and I understand that. But look at it as a retelling. It's don't. And he's trying to take away anything from the Halloween franchise. I love the Halloween franchise, but that movie there is its own separate telling of the story.
It's an alternate version. It's not. I don't consider it even a remake.
You got to separate it.
It's an alternate version because it's a totally different. The first one, the 78, was the Shape story. There's no reason behind it. There's none of this, that. They added the backstory later. This is the backstory, more of an origin story, and it's a totally different direction than Carpenter went. So, and Carpenter ripped off Black Christmas. So, I mean, like I said, this guy needs to calm down and focus on his music and the weed he's smoking that day or whatever fucking shit he's on. Just needs to stop with the negativity all the time. He can't go a speaking engagement without trashing other movies. Why don't you just talk about your own shit? But anyway, I love it. I love the sequel to it as well. If you want a fall feeling movie, both those movies have that strong fall feel. All right.
I need to watch part 2. It's been a few years since I watched part 2.
There's 2 cuts of it, and again, I think the unrated cut's the way to go. But
is that still? I have that still book. Is that both or just the first one?
No, this is just the first one. This is just one. The reason it's the 2 disc there. The second disc is the 4-hour.
Yeah, which is why I bought that copy of it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right. So Eubanks, my second movie is Notes on a Scandal, 2006. Cate Blanchett, Judi Dench, directed by Richard Eyre. One woman's mistake is another opportunity. I am not familiar with that one either.
I've seen it.
Really?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Let's check that out.
It's kind of a female version of Fatal Attraction, kind of.
Yeah.
Maybe that's not doing it justice.
Fatal Attraction, that's a winner.
They should show Fatal Attraction to every boy in high school. Just so you know what you're in for, just in case.
Careful.
Just so you at least know how bad the shit can go. That's about worst case scenario.
Wrangler Ken Forey is Big Joe Grizzly in Halloween 2007. Yeah. I'm Big Joe Grizzly, bitch. I love that whole bit. Dude, there's a million cameos in it. I mean, it literally is. Sid Haig has cameos in the deleted scenes. I mean, there's the guy that played Chop Top and Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 is in it. I mean, there's just Bill Moseley, a million cameos in it. And what's the eyebrow bitch from Halloween 4? I always forget her name. She's the best friend of Laurie Strode in this one. The Brad Dourif is the sheriff. I mean, I can never think of his name from A Clockwork Orange.
Malcolm McDowell.
Yeah, McDowell that plays Loomis. I mean, you got big shoes to fill if you're going to play Loomis, and I don't know who they could have got better to play Loomis. Chris C. Yeah, cool, man. Good to see you, Chris.
A friend of mine likes it a lot just because you get to see Michael Myers' backstory and you find out about why he is the way he is. And that wasn't revealed in the original. Well, in the original, it sort of was. It was more like there's no reason, he's just evil. That's the thing. Or you're left to your own interpretation, because it seems like he has a normal childhood, and generally these serial killers have crazy childhoods. And that's the approach Rob Zombie went to.
That's one reason why so many people hate this version of it, is because it's supposed to be the Shape. They don't want to know who's supposed to be the mysterious. That's the mystique behind it. Yeah. And by doing that, it takes away that mystique. That's why a lot of people hate it.
They think it cheapens the movie experience.
Mm.
So
part 1 still exists. I mean, the original 78 still exists.
Ragnar, just take Rob Zombie out to dinner already. Yeah, Rob Zombie. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's a vegan in Hollywood. I'm pretty sure he doesn't eat out. Wild Wrangler, Halloween 2007, uncut and rated cut. Yeah, see, this only comes with the unrated cut. I have the rated as well, and there's a Canadian release that has a double pack of the rated. The rated is actually hard to come by of both movies. The unrated cut is the one they push. Chris C's a fan of Halloween as well. Joe Joker, where are the white women at? There may be one woman
from Blazing Saddles.
Yeah, Blazing Saddles. There may be one white woman watching this. Anthony says Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 are both incredibly well directed. Michael is a tank in it. Yeah, absolutely. Brad Dourif gives such an emotional performance to share bracket. Yeah, it's cool to see Brad Dourif get a great role like that to play. He's like the heart and soul of the movies, and he's really good in the second one. Eddie, Rob Zombie's Halloween is a kick-ass remake. This has to be the most brutal portrayal. Absolutely, I agree with you. And the second one's even more brutal. The second one has even stronger, gore and kills. Let's see here. Anthony says, I completely agree with Alan. Rob Zombie's Halloween films. If the original Halloween didn't exist, people, I probably so. People seem to like the House of Thousand Corpses and Devil's Rejects because they're not remakes, but they're both heavily inspired by other movies. Christy says Daniel Harris. That's right. That's the name. Daniel Harris. Yep, the eyebrow.
Crazy, but I only know Daniel Harris from The Last Boy Scout. She played Bruce Willis's daughter.
Yeah. That's a great movie too, by the way.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What'd you do last night? I think I fucked the squirrel to death.
That movie has a great opening with the football and the gun. The guy pulls the gun out.
That's a great one, man.
In the rain, in the dark.
There's that's a legal touchdown. There's no rules in the rule book about shooting people to get shooting your.
No rules against murder on the football field.
Yep. Wild Wrangler. That's yeah. Joe Joker, Tyler Mann is most intimidating Michael Myers ever. I just he didn't try and redo Halloween. He tried to reimagine Halloween. That's what I like about it.
The one thing I would change about the movie is I don't think he should have killed Machete. I don't think Danny Trejo should have died, man. I loved him in that movie, and I just let him go, man. Come on, this is your boy. Took care of you.
Yeah, he gets killed on both cuts too, even though he was good. Good to Michael. He's still he snapped. Well, that's the, I like the uncut version because that the event that causes him to snap, and the cut version they eliminate that and he just snaps for no reason. So I like the way they did it in the uncut version. There's a lot of pussies out there that can't watch that uncut. They're just like, oh my god, it's so gross and sexual assault is disgusting. Yeah, we know, dude. We know it. You're like losing your white knight and you think you get some chick because you say rape is gross. Everybody knows rape is gross.
Well, I have to agree with him. I mean, first he fucking movies.
He pulled 7 rape movies today. It's like, it's not like anybody's going, oh my god, thank God there's rape in it. There's rape in it because it triggers him. It releases it gets him back. Sets him off essentially. He doesn't like it. He stops it.
Yeah, and I don't watch these fucking movies. I can't wait for this girl to get raped. Yeah, I wait for the fucking revenge part.
But I'm telling you right
now,
what's
so great about them.
It just drives me crazy that people go, I can't watch that disgusting unrated cut because it has that rape scene in it, and it's so vile, and it's just like, all right, bitch, you gonna talk like a bitch, I'm gonna treat you like a bitch. Calm down. Go back to watching Dr. Seuss or whatever safe shit you were watching before. With your jokers celebrating the stream by wearing an Allen shirt.
I appreciate it, man.
You gotta start selling your own merch.
Yeah, I do. Dip is getting all my money.
Yeah. I'm gonna start selling my own merch. I'm not.
Yeah, I figured you could keep a straight face long.
What is that on your t-shirt? Is that your own?
This is my favorite football team. This is the Atlanta Falcons. I wish it was the same mine. I shouldn't be wearing this today the way they played yesterday. Got to support them good and bad.
Tyler Main is Sabretooth and X-Men. Hey, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, sure is. I forgot about that. He is. Yep.
Anthony's Horror More said, I literally just finished watching the Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 15 minutes ago. Very solid. Malcolm McDowell is so good at playing the dickhead. He's hilarious. I'm selling the sizzle, not the steak. Yeah. Did you watch the rated or unrated? The unrated has more of the Brad Dourif stuff. Joe Joker, it's so satisfying to see Michael get up and just let the bodies hit the floor. Yeah, when he you don't get that again in the rated. The unrated, he's just trying to make his mask and just trying to, live in peace. And yeah. Danielle Harris, the little Scream King. Yeah. She's tiny. She's all, I don't know if she's even 5 feet. It just seemed like she was really short. I saw her in person. Bob Ringler went in his room, messed up his masks. Yeah. Brad the pontoon boat. Don't get me started on pontoon boats.
Damn, that's old school there. That's been a year and a half ago.
Yeah, there's nothing that upsets me more than a pontoon boat. Sasha's just going, what the fuck am I doing here?
He's like he's being held hostage right now.
How could a boat anger you? More. I watched the unrated. Yeah, dude, that's the way to go, I think. And if you can't handle it, then you can't handle it. But buy a helmet. Weird Al. Me too. Yeah. Hey K. It was good to you, Mikey.
Oh, man,
yeah.
I hated it, man.
Yep. All right. Let's see what the last one was.
My turn. I've obviously saved the best to last. I watched from this set Enter the Dragon. Decided to watch this again. I haven't seen this probably since the 90s, and I watched the special edition. I'm not sure how it differs from the actual edition, but I decided to watch the special edition. Just as good as I remember it being. I mean, it's such an influential film. The most popular martial arts film ever made. I've got more respect for Bruce Lee now than I have had in the past. I've always been more of a Jackie Chan fan, but I can absolutely respect him now.
Who do you think is tougher, Bruce Lee or Jackie Chan? And I don't mean who's the better fighter. I don't mean anything. I mean, who's tougher, Bruce Lee or Jackie Chan?
Well, if you don't mean in terms of fighting, what do you mean? Toughness?
Well, Jackie Chan and the stunts and all the, he does a much more physical style. Like Bruce Lee never falls. He never gets hit. He mostly never gets hit. Whereas Jackie Chan is all in, going through tables and jumping off buildings and stuff.
Glass everywhere, yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably a whole other stream right there because I don't know. I can't answer that question yet.
You guys ever see The Foreigner? Jackie Chan made it.
My instinct would be Jackie Chan.
Yeah. Yeah. Jackie Chan made a movie called The Foreigner. I think it was in 2016. And he was about 60 when he made it. And he's awesome in it. It's like about the IRA bombings, and his daughter is she's just an accident bystander in a bombing, and he decides to go after them, and it's a lot of fun. But Jackie Chan's 60, and he's still doing Jackie Chan stuff, like smashing stuff, falling through tables and stuff.
Yeah, and it's not body doubles or CGI.
No, not with Jackie Chan.
No.
I didn't mean to cut you off, but yeah, Enter the Dragon.
Well, I mean, it's such a popular film. Again, I don't know what I can really say about it that hasn't already been said. It's kind of a Bond film in its own way.
Yeah.
Obviously, the villain has a cat. It's I like the diverse cast. It was just a lot of fun, much more fun than I ever remember it being. But I've never heard it. I've never really had a strong memory of it, but it was good to revisit it for sure. It's the only one I've seen recently from this set, but I should probably watch the other ones as well. I didn't start them in chronological order. I just went right to Enter the Dragon. Weirdly, this edition of the film is hidden in the extra features disc. It's not on the Enter the Dragon disc. It should be, of course, but it's not. I find that strange. But I don't really know what to say about Enter the Dragon.
Yeah, it's well, the basic storyline is a martial arts tournament by Han, a drug lord, and he brings in the best talent that he can to put on a tournament every year. And it's not every year. I believe it's every, 7 years? Something like that.
Every year.
It's something like that. It's not every year. And he also uses it to recruit talent to fight, to join his enterprise and stuff like that. Yeah. I've always enjoyed it, and I think it's anti-capitalist propaganda is really what it is. This man worked hard, got himself an island. He's raising his daughters out there, and he loses his hand in a tragic accident.
Yeah.
Puts on a martial arts tournament, and the CIA's got to come in there and screw up his shit. A legitimate businessman.
Yeah.
Han is one of the all-time great villains. With the speeches that he gives, a few people can be totally ruthless. It takes more strength than you could believe, and he tricks John Saxon with the cat. All right, Alan, let's see what your last one is.
All right. I thought I had seen this film, but I guess I had not seen it all the way through because I didn't know the ending. And the ending kind of threw me for a loop a little bit. This was a fantastic, fantastic movie. And Jacob Flatter.
Oh yeah, man, that's great.
Man, I swore I had seen this movie, but like I said, going through it, there was so many scenes I did not remember. So I think this might have been a first time watch. I think I might have seen bits and pieces on HBO, maybe, but I've never watched the entire film. This, other than Shawshank, this is the best thing Tim Robbins has ever done, in my opinion. And I'm gonna tell you right now, this is a really, really fucked up movie. I'm just gonna go ahead and start off and say this: if your cheese and your cracker are kind of teeter-tottering a little bit and about to fall off the cracker, you don't need to watch this because it's a mind fuck, is what this is. This is a 100% mind fuck. It's directed by Adrian Lin. Now, don't be scared off by what this motherfucker has done. He did Flashdance. Indecent Proposal, Fatal Attraction, 9.5 Weeks was the Mickey Rourke fuck film. It was written by Bruce Joel Rubin, who wrote Ghost and Deep Impact, the lesser catastrophe movie. Everybody knows Armageddon's better. So this, of course, stars Tim Robbins. It stars Elizabeth Pena. She's been in some other stuff. She was the girl in Rush Hour, like one of the cops in Rush Hour. She was the sister in La Bamba.
Oh yeah,
like that, whatever. But you see a lot of her. She's fucking tittied out most of this movie. So there's a lot of nudity with her in it. Danny Aiello's in this. He has a great role. Pruitt Taylor. Now, if you guys have seen Identity, the guy, the bald-headed big guy with him, and the guy that's institutionalized, he's got those crazy eyes.
Yeah.
Well, I was talking to Dr. Ryan, about that, and that's actually a condition. Most people can't do that, but he's able to do that. So in all of his movies, he does that shit, and he does it really well in this. He's really fucking creepy in this. The little bit he's in it. Eric LaSalle's in this. Ving Rhames, early role for him. Jason Alexander. Macaulay Culkin is in this, uncredited. Macaulay Culkin did this in between Uncle Buck and Home Alone, so he's really young in this. He plays Tim Robbins' son in this, and he's really young but does a really good job in this. I mean, like I said, Macaulay Culkin, he's a good little kid actor. But man, I tell you what, this thing here has got some crazy scenes in it, really, really twisted stuff. Whatever. I was a fan of it, and the ending. Man, the ending. I tell you what, after you watch the ending, this is one of those films you want to go back and watch a second time for the first time. It's kind of like, The Sixth Sense. After you find out what the ending is, you watch it a second time, you're going to watch it for different reasons. It's one of those kind of films. It's a high recommend. I believe I also gave this 4 stars on Letterboxd. So very, very, I wasn't expecting to like it that much. So yeah, Jacob's Ladder, I recommend.
What's the sleeve art on that?
Oh, it kind of reminds me a little bit. Is this right here? The way they filmed that shot, there's a couple shots in the film where you see the body being still, but the head's moving really fast. You see it on the trailer, I think. The way they did that was they filmed somebody, their body was still. They filmed them moving their head at 4 frames per second. And then they replayed it at 24 frames per second. And by the way they did that, it gave you that really fast head shaking spin. There's a couple scenes in the movie where it shows it. And if you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. But it's a pretty effective film. It really is. Very well acted. Pretty trippy.
Go ahead, Sasha.
You have seen it before, or you just thought you had?
I have not seen it before because I didn't. The ending kind of threw me for a loop, and I could tell through most of the movie I'd never seen this. So I'm going to consider that a first time watch because I mean most of the movie was a surprise for me.
Yeah, and who put that out?
Fuck you, Imprint. You got to bring that shit up.
Well, you got to talk about old shit.
We got to talk about old shit.
All right. Last one here, 2017. It's a documentary. It's called Oklahoma City. It documents the beliefs and experiences of Timothy McVeigh and his lead up to the bombing of the Alfred P. Murray Federal Building in Oklahoma City, which claimed the lives of 168 people. It's really, it's pretty hard for a movie like this, documentary like this, to be unbiased. And it does have its bias, but it goes all the way back. The way, what led to the bombing, which I've never seen that covered before in a documentary about this, about the bombing and where it started and how he got there and his thought process, how he got there. Like I said, it's as unbiased as it can be. Everybody in this movie, according to the people that are, talking about it, are screaming racists, which is just factually not true. It's just like apparently everybody that lived in the state of Idaho is a racist, because that's the way to describe it. A lot of these groups are simply like separatists, but since they live in Idaho near a racist group, they were lumped in. It was just a very, very strange that people talked in circles about it. But anyway, I really like the details, and they talk about each specific event. That's why this map is on the cover. Different events that were happening where the government was making mistakes and using excessive force that led to this person, Timothy McVeigh, basically taking revenge on the government. That's what happened. And again, that's basically every bombing is essentially, the IRA in Ireland. This is nothing new. But I just thought this was a really well-made documentary, even with the bias that comes with it. Of course, domestic terrorism is nothing, nobody's going like that's, but whatever, like you're able to read between the lines of this documentary, and that's the best way you can say about it without spoiling it. It's just a very, very well made, I thought. It's a PBS documentary, which again, not known for quality, but it's just, it's very detailed. And if you've ever wanted to know anything about this event and the series of events that led to it, they're covered. There's one, there was a strong arm robbery that took place years prior to Ruby Ridge that had a big factor in this. And the way the FBI handled that, it was basically like they were, I don't want to get into it, but a white supremacist group, they had a crime arm to it, and they would do these heists and do all these crazy things, and they took down this what they call a bread truck. They called it a bread truck, armored car. They took all the money, and then they were they were found in a house, and they had like a huge standoff with the FBI. I mean, agents were killed, people were killed, and the FBI killed the guys, took the money. The FBI agents took the money and then burned the house down, burned the evidence, and said all the money was lost. And it all like that led to Ruby Ridge, led to Waco, and on and on and on it went until they decided, some people decided Timothy McVeigh was fed up with the way the government was treating people, and anyway, blew a building in half. I'm a big documentary fan. I watch a lot of documentaries. This one I've seen 2 or 3 times now. I've just been a big fan of it, and I wish there was a better release of it. This is just a DVD, but it's just really well made. And every once in a while, I like to throw a documentary in for a change of pace and pop this one on. And I'm sure you can stream this PBS. I'm sure you can watch it for free somewhere. If you're into documentaries or if you have any interest in this kind of thing, check it out.
About time for our documentaries part 3.
I'm ready anytime. That might make the list. All right, let's run out the chat and get out of here. Wild Wrangler. Anthony, you own Walmart Rob Zombies 1 and 2 Halloween Steelbook. Oh, yeah, that is a pretty cool set they just came out with. I wonder if that's got the rated or the unrated, cuts in, or if it has both cuts.
Well, you said you were wondering if they were going to put them out in 4K. I believe that Umbrella have done that.
That's a Blu-ray set. I know what set you're talking about. Yeah, it's a Blu-ray set.
Oh.
It's a double pack, and I think it has both releases on it.
I think Imprint did it also, I think.
Yeah. We're saying, hey, Ragnar, love the Shaw Brothers, never got into Bruce Lee.
The Shaw Brothers, me too. I got volumes 1 and 2.
Yeah. Let's see here. Sydney, the last one you watched was The Evil That Men Do, Charles Bronson, 84, drama thriller. That sounds great. I'm not sure I've seen that one. Jacob's Ladder. See what I mean? Great movie. All capital.
Oh, great. Great, yeah.
It is a great movie, man.
Wild Wrangler says, I love Jacob's Ladder. George from Seinfeld in it. Yeah.
But what mood were you in when it ended? I suppose it's a bit of a downer.
Wild Wrangler or Jacob's Ladder?
Jacob's Ladder, well, both.
Yeah, it was one of those things when you turn the movie off and you kind of watch the credits. And I don't sit there and watch credits, but I was just kind of like, took me a minute to kind of process it,
Yeah.
I wasn't really a downer. It was more of a, what the hell did I just watch? And then it was like, holy shit. And I was going back and almost rewind and started watching it again because I wanted to see it a second time after seeing the ending. And I just started going through the movie in my head about, well, shit, thinking about how it did it. So definitely going to watch it again soon.
Anthony says, yeah, I got the Walmart Silver, great artwork. It's a great set. I don't know if it has both rated and unrated on it. Wild Wrangler, I need to get it bought. I need to get it bought, the Blair Witch and the Saw collection. Cool. Joe Joker Pops pulling me in with this Jacob's Ladder description. It's a winner, man, for sure. Yeah, Jason Alexander's in it.
He's still got hair, but he's starting to. He's going to be bald soon. After this movie, he does have a full head of hair in this almost.
Yeah, Anthony's saying, yeah, pick it up before it goes out of print. Yeah, I didn't see it. I didn't see it in stores. It may be already gone. The acid flashbacks. Yeah. All Randall says, yes, Anthony, and more bought last Saw Steelbook. Yeah. Or Anthony's ordering more. Joe Jokers, anybody brought up that movie Arrival? This may be a Sacha movie. I don't know if you've seen Arrival.
I've seen the Denis Villeneuve Arrival, if that's the one you're talking about.
Yeah, that's what he's talking about.
That was very effective. The opening scene had so much emotion in it. It really grabbed me from the opening moments. Nobody's been talking about it, but I know the film. Yeah.
I love that director, and that movie I hated. I couldn't get into it. I watched it, and it was hard for me to get into it, watch it. But I love that director. I look forward to seeing the stuff he does in the future. Very talented guy. Prisoners. Come on, man. He's made some great stuff.
Oh, Prisoners. I tried to watch Prisoners. I had to turn it off after 45 minutes.
It's dark.
I wasn't mentally prepared, and I still haven't gone back to it.
Oh, man, that ending is dark. One of the darkest characters I've ever seen on film.
Wow.
Very dark movie.
You just got to be in the right mind frame to sit through that, and I don't know when that would be. Yeah,
I love the cast. Everything about it. I think it's great.
I pretty much live with that mindset. It's pretty scary.
I think that was 10 years ago. I haven't been back to it since.
I don't blame anybody. And when you see the ending and how it is the dark, the whatever that they're up against, dark is not the word. Pitch black.
My favorite film of Denis Villeneuve is actually Enemy. I really like Enemy.
Enemy is really solid.
Yeah, that one's my favorite. Well, not that I've seen all of his stuff, but what I have seen, I like that the most.
Yeah, a really talented guy. Joker, hopefully not. That movie is so overrated. Yeah, not a big fan of that. Apparently, not a fan of The Arrival. There's a lot of people that I think it's very divisive. I think there's a lot of people that like it and a lot of people that don't like it.
I suppose it's one of his formulaic films that he's done.
I seen it in theaters. And I never bought it. Never watched it again.
Yeah.
So it was.
The aliens are here to. I think it's an American. I think it's probably Americans that hate it because they don't like people telling us what to do. And these aliens show up. These uppity fucking aliens show up to this planet and start bossing us around. I'd rather die. We'd rather blow up the planet than have you tell us how to fucking live, bitch. Go back to Pluto or wherever the fuck you're from. Okay, that's the attitude. That's what I was thinking. I was watching it. And I don't particularly like the redhead in it. What's her name?
Amy. Is it Amy Adams?
Amy Adams.
Yeah. I'm not her biggest fan either.
No, me neither. But I just like the film overall. I mean, I didn't pick it apart too much.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just that's not my cup of tea.
I just checked my my Blu-ray app. I do not own a copy of Rob Zombie Part 2.
What are you doing with your life, man? I mean,
I thought I had it on Blu-ray, but I guess I don't.
Jesus.
So
I don't know. Yeah. Okay. I'm not even gonna go. Like, how many copies of Showgirls do you have, though?
I have two. Two copies.
Yeah, 2 copies of Showgirls and no copies of Rob Zombie's Halloween 2.
Just move on. Read the chat.
2016 regular. Okay, yeah, that one. Yeah, it was the new one. Joker, I have no idea what the topic of the stream is. We do the last 5, and we just talk about the last 5 movies we watch, and we just go through them.
Yep. Just simple stream. We go over the last 5 movies and give our thoughts, and it's just a easy stream to digest, easy stream to do.
Yeah, it's just a fun one to do. Joker, watch Pumpkinhead Night of the Demons 1, 2, and 3. Pet Cemetery Bloodlines. That's 6. That's 6. But yeah, it's great run through. I want to see that Pet Cemetery Bloodlines.
How was Bloodlines, Joe Joker?
Joe Joker, I just like just don't like because I remember grabbing a 12-pack of Budweiser and it was so damn boring. Even alcohol didn't help. Teases with attention. The aliens, the aliens just leave at the end. Yeah, I'm with you. And the director being so strong, I expected more. It's well shot and everything. I get all that, but he's such a talented director. I mean, obviously, he's probably got a dog in the fight with environmentalism and all that stuff. That's the subtext. Maybe that's got something to do with it. He said Joe Joker said he gave Bloodlines 2 out of 5. Not a strong score. Yeah, not even Budweiser could help it. Yeah. But anyway, that's the stream. We've run through everything. I really appreciate Sacha for coming on, Alan for coming on, doing this, and I'm sure we'll do another one.
Appreciate you inviting me. Thank you.
Sooner or later. Yeah, man. Anytime, man. Like I said, it's tough with the time schedules and the time difference and all that stuff over there. But we'll make it work. There'll be more things like this, hopefully sooner rather than later. But took this long to get it together.
Yeah.
But if you haven't already, check out Sacha's channel. I believe it's just called Sexy Space Monkey. If you put in that and maybe slipcover, insert art, it'll come up, but I will link it below.
No, please type in Sexy Monkey by itself first.
Yeah, not Sexy Space Monkey.
Not space, a space as in leave a space.
Yeah.
Not a space as in a intergalactic monkey.
Sexy Space Monkey.
Yeah. But yeah, on that note, we'll see you guys later.
Bye, everybody.
Take care.